everybody doing today? You know, maybe it's the noise over there. I didn't really hear the response. How is everybody doing today? Awesome. Did you have a good lunch? You sure? Awesome, awesome. Like Melinda said, my name is Zuby Onwuta. I came in here from Austin, Texas yesterday, and I am thrilled and humbled to be here with you today. Thank you for having me. Now, I have a confession. I'm not really a very good speaker, so is it okay if I actually talk with you rather than speak? Because the morning guys were phenomenal. I can't compete with those guys. They were great. Is that okay? Awesome, awesome. All right. I think I have two volunteers, Louise and Ivan. Can you guys come up, please? All right, thank you. All right, so let's get started. thinkandzoom.com, the story of how I'm overcoming my visual disability with creative ability. Next slide, please. For those of you that can see what's on the slide, that's how I see the world. Now, why is that? Well, I have something called Stargardt's macular dystrophy, as well as something else called cone-rod dystrophy. I know, big words, big words. Let me break them down. It just means that these two diseases are attacking the very cells, the photoreceptor cells that I need to see. The cone cells for clarity and color, and the rods for black and white vision and peripheral vision. And now, because I have both of them, when both of them are duking it out, guess what happens? It just kills my whole body. Now, it might be difficult for you to understand what I'm talking about, so let me give you an example. Say you're driving, and it's bright outside, sunny California, beautiful weather, right? And your windshield is clear. Well, there's a truck in front of you, and some stones just go plop, 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 plop all over your windshield, maybe like 5 spots. So there's spiders. Well, you can still make it, right? It's just a few spiders, few cracks, yeah. But what if your windshield now starts fogging up? So now you have spiders, cracks, and it starts fogging up. I'm pretty sure at that point you're going to pull over and maybe let down the window or turn on a vent and clear the fog, because now it's more difficult to see. Well, what are my choices? That windshield, those are my eyes. I can't yank them out and put them in a washer and dry, I can't do that, right? So that's my everyday life, ladies and gentlemen. Next slide, please. Now, how does the world see me? Well, you'll see some words up there: con man, taking advantage, able-bodied, and lazy or stupid. Well, let me try to explain some of them. Take a look at me. I have a couple of eye diseases, but they are invisible disabilities. How do I convey to the world what I'm going through, right? Now, I'm carrying a red folder. What do I have here? Certificate of legal blindness, DD-214, medical discharge from the military from being legally blind, stacks and stacks of reports from Johns Hopkins Eye Institute and Greater Baltimore Medical Center, and I have tons and tons of more reports at home. But if I just met you, how do I condense all of that information and explain to you that, hey, I'm actually struggling to see? Just upstairs, I asked, what's on the box for lunch? Response, oh, just read it. And I just smiled. I just had to smile, And oh, by the way, you see me with a white cane. If I can get it open, I'm pretty good with it. I trained with it for a year. I went to the Chris Cole Austin School for the Blind for orientation and mobility and non-visual training. Well, how do I convey this to the world? This is one of the barriers we're here to talk about. Next slide, please. The life journey. Well, this life journey is very interesting, and I'm looking at it as a Harvard case study. So, growing up, I was a stellar student because of two things. One was I was trained to be very disciplined, and the second one was I loved to read, so I studied even harder. Because of my work ethic, it didn't allow or enable anybody to see that I was having visual struggles. Not up until my second year in high school when I flunked math. At that point, my father's response was, we are going to solve math every single day of the summer. Okay, Dad, Well, right solution to wrong problem, right? Because from then onwards, I just started having increasingly difficult visual challenges, but nobody could really figure it out. Several years later, I came to America. I wanted to study medicine. I was really, really pumped and really passionate about this. And I even went on further to enroll with the Illinois Army National Guard to help finance it. Well, 2 years afterwards, guess what? Private O, you're going blind. You have to leave the military. So I was given a medical discharge. And there goes my dreams of becoming a captain in the Army, and there went my dreams of becoming a medical doctor. Of course, very tough, very challenging, right? Anybody will, succumb to depression at that point, which I did. But thanks to a lot of encouragement and support from my uncle, Dr. Onwuta, and his family, I was able to pick myself up, went on to study computer engineering at the University of Illinois. Again, halfway through, flunked out. 1A, 3 Ds, and 1E. Trust me, ladies and gentlemen, you will not get an engineering degree with that grade. I tried. It didn't work out, okay? Didn't work out. So they kicked me out. How did I graduate? I had to reapply a whole year later, and mentoring from the minority engineering program in conjunction with a lot of support from the Disability Services Office, where they provided me with note takers. That's how I was able to graduate. And oh, by the way, behind there is the Rehab Services Office of the state of California. In Illinois, it was the Rehab Services Office that helped me pay for college. So I went to college on welfare. I know there's a lot of negative stigma, right? Hey, no problem. Then I went on to graduate, get a job with IBM. 2 years later, for the visual decline, I had to go to a school for the blind. Spent several months there learning on visual skills and came back to work. Now, coming back, a lot of people thought the vision improved. No, they are deteriorating illnesses. It doesn't really improve. It's just that I had more skills, I had more training with which to cope better. Now, I struggled every day with work. Can you imagine in my office I had a 42-inch television screen as a monitor, and I was still struggling. The employer was frustrated, I was frustrated. If I went to my colleague's office to have a Scrum meeting, we're engineers, I can't see his screen, he's pointing at his screen, I'm looking at him, we're not getting anywhere. And this went on and on and on, till last year, I finally succumbed and said, you know what, I gracefully bow out. I had to leave work and get back onto disability again, which I exited 20 years earlier. So today, I'm a full-time tech entrepreneur, and I'm trying to overcome my disability with creative ability, and I'll show you how. Next slide, please. Now, why are we here? We're here to talk about barriers, we're here to talk about challenges, but also, ladies and gentlemen, we're here to also talk about how people with disabilities can have the ability to participate in technology, right? And so we can't leave here without putting forward some solutions, right? And currently, I'm a student at Harvard Business School. And how am I a student? Well, we're running experiments. Ariella Weinbach, which is the accessibility coordinator over there, hired 2 visual describers for me to help me go through this class. And if that works, we're going to apply that to other visually impaired students. And so at Harvard, they teach you the case study method. Looking at my life as a case study, I'm slicing and dicing it. Question, 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 and I'm coming up with solutions. And so one solution that I came up with was, what will make my life better? All my visual struggles all rolled up in one. What will just be, man, magical? Just change the whole outcome of the whole story. Just, come up as a champion. And I came up with Think and Zoom. Next slide, please. And what is Think and Zoom? Well, like I explained, I have two eye diseases, believe it or not. I have a lot of evidence. You are welcome to come and look at all this jargon in these reports. And what I experience from day to day is a lot of visual fluctuations, up and down, up and down, up and down. So nothing is ever constant from hour to hour, from day to day. And so I came up with a way that allowed me to harness my natural ability. The power of my brain waves can now help me see better, giving me hands-free, on-demand visual magnification. And so what the system does is it detects visual struggle, and in response to the amount of visual struggle, it provides you visual magnification. Wow, where was this 20 years ago? I wouldn't have flunked out of school. I mean, I've spent about $1 million. I've been seen by almost 300 eye doctors. I've gone to several cities across America, Austin, Chicago, Houston, San Antonio. I've even talked to people all the way in London, England, UCL. And it took all of that to arrive at this. In the future, is there a way for us to do better? That's what we're here to talk about. And so, thanks to this gentleman, Ivan, and Louise, we're going to do some demos because I've been talking. Show me the brainwaves. So now, there's always a lot of concern. Brainwaves, what are you really talking about? Don't be scared. It's a commercially available EEG reader, and it reads your brainwaves just like a thermometer will read your temperature. Women, don't worry, it's not going to read your thoughts. We've tried. It doesn't. Don't worry, it's okay. And so, Ivan is going to demo the Kenti game. What is the Kenti game? The Kenti game is a visualization tool, a research tool, and a way to help people better understand how their brainwaves are working. And so with the Kenti game, you can actually see that your brain is doing something. And also, the Kenti game was awarded a scholarship to Apple Worldwide Developer Conference last year, where I met Tim Cook. So it's an award-winning app in the App Store. So, Ivan, show us what your brainwaves can do. How? Is it working?
Yeah, it's working.
Oh, okay. Do it again. So if, I don't know if the camera can zoom in, but Ivan is doing nothing more than just holding up the phone, and he's using his brainwaves to lift up a bird. And at the end of the game, there are some statistics that show the peak level of his brainwaves, the lowest level, how long it took him to play the game. So this is how we're hoping to conduct research to know if people can do this sustainably throughout their daily life. Now, back to Think and Zoom. 401. Okay. And so, Luis is now going to demonstrate how to actually put your brainwaves to productive use. Not just, we're not playing games anymore, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to actually do something useful here. So, Luis, we are counting on you. And I don't think... Okay. Well, do we have a few more minutes? Yeah, just kill the app and just try it again. Yeah. They say never try to do a live demo. This is why. Trust me. And so the image is actually trying to get bigger, but I don't know, like I can't see the screen, so I don't know what you're seeing. But you're always welcome to come and test it out at the back of the room. And so this is how we're achieving visual magnification by use of brainwaves. Now, the career fair, they're making some noise, right? Some days, you just might not be feeling it, so you might be distracted. Maybe your brainwaves are just not eking out very well. Don't worry, we have a backup plan. Think of something very ambient, out of place, out of sight, something you can be touching and nobody even knows. Think of a ring, a magic ring. You just touch it and it magnifies for you. Voila. Let's see that.
Less than a minute.
I don't know if you guys can see that, but he's just touching a ring and it's magnifying. So ladies and gentlemen, we're not only here to talk about the problems and the challenges and the barriers, we're also here to put forward the solutions that can help people with disabilities. Next slide, please. And so in wrapping up, I just want to express my immense gratitude to the organizers. I met Melinda and Wayne at South by Southwest Austin when they invited me to speak at Tech Inclusion Austin. So my gratitude to Melinda and Wayne. Sumaya, I met her just yesterday, but she helped me put up those slides, phenomenal slides. So thank you very much. And then the folks at CTP, we've got Alex, and we also have Aubrey. Aubrey picked me up and brought me here today. If Aubrey hadn't picked me up, I wouldn't be here today. Thank you guys, appreciate it. You can get in touch with me at thinkandzoom.com. You can say hello to me at hello@thinkandzoom.com. And one last point I want to share with you guys is something called the next billion. You may or you may not know, but 1.27 billion people on the planet today, that's the population of people with disabilities. Now, how can we change that outcome? We're working on the platform, and I'm happy to say Melinda is part of that platform, to motivate, to inspire the next billion people with disabilities, with creative abilities, by connecting them with mentors and inspiring them to do things even bigger, brighter, and better than Think and Zoom. So you can go to nextbillion.org, you can sign up as a mentor, you can sign up as a mentee, you can just sign up and share your story so you can inspire that kid struggling in Australia, that kid struggling in Malaysia, you can mentor that kid struggling in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. You've been a fabulous audience. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it.